Before I get to how you want to talk about it, I want to get you to respond to what Donald Trump said, how he would describe the State of the Union.
The state of our union is a mess. We can't beat ISIS. Our military is falling back. It's not being properly taken care of. Our vets aren't being properly taken care of. Obamacare, as you know, is going to fail very soon, and probably in 17. Our health care, we don't have borders. We don't have anything.
Your response to Mr. Trump.
You know, it's hard to disaggregate him and all the other candidates out there seeming to run down America. I don't really get it. What I see is an America that's surging. 292,000 new jobs just the other day. The fastest reduction in unemployment in more than 3 decades over the last 2 years. And the biggest job growth in 2 years since the 1990s, when there also happened to be a Democrat in the White House. So this is what we're going to continue to do, is try to make sure that we're growing the economy. We're on the offense against ISIL and all the others. And I do not understand why the Republicans, each of them, including the one we just saw, continue to run down America.
So
it's just
use
not
that
what I
phrase,
see.
run down America. So you believe they're being too pessimistic?
Well, you decide for yourself. You just saw the same thing I did.
You know, do you think that is having a negative impact? Do you think it's hurting the country?
I think it's not factual. And I don't understand why they're doing it. And when we see, what we see every day is not that we're afraid of the future here. We're the party, and you'll hear this on Tuesday night, and the president is somebody who's outlining a vision as a president where we will make sure that everybody has an opportunity in this economy, a changing economy. We use all the elements of our power to secure not only the United States, but our friends and allies across the board. And we will make sure, Chuck, we'll make sure that everybody's voice is heard in this democracy. That's how we've been strong over the course of time. You'll hear a big, optimistic, generous view of the future of America from the president on Tuesday.
You guys have set a high bar for the State of the Union with some of us by saying it's going to be unlike anything you've seen before. What does that mean? Why do you guys describe it in certain ways?
I'm not sure who you mean by you guys. Let me tell you what this guy thinks. We're not going to be into, the president sat us down late last year to say, look, I don't want it to be a list of policy choices. We have a lot of policy, and you'll hear a lot about that over the course of this year. But what he wants to do is talk about a vision for the future of this country. We feel like we can win this future. We feel very optimistic about the future. That's a big difference between us and what's going on in this public debate right now. And that's what you hear about on Tuesday night.
All right, a couple of other domestic sources I want to ask you about. The Flint water crisis. So far, the state hasn't asked for federal help. Are you waiting for the state to ask for federal help, or are you guys going to intervene? This appears to be a major crisis going on.
Well, obviously very concerned about it, but I don't have any news to make with you on that today, Chuck.
Nobody has asked you anything yet?
We're watching it very closely, but nobody's asked us anything yet.
And are you prepared as FEMA waiting?
Well, we're gonna watch this very closely. I'm not gonna try to be very careful what I say about this.
One of your predecessors as chief of staff is now the mayor of Chicago. The president endorsed him. The president campaigned for him. Does the president still have confidence in Rahm Emanuel as mayor?
I just had a chance to be back in Chicago, actually. My in-laws live in Chicago, and I tell you, the city looks great. The opportunities there are boundless. And so I think what the president sees is a city and people of Chicago and a mayor of Chicago that continue to do very good work.
So he's still confident in Rahm Emanuel to be able to do the job?
The president is, and I'll tell you, I just saw it up close and personal.
All right. Dennis McDonald.
Chuck, thanks for having me.
Good to have you, sir.
All right.
Thanks.
Go, Pack, go.
I appreciate